Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I've got my stick pick and my snowshoes, and I'm out in the beautiful Maine woods walking around just seeing what's going on. We've got some fresh snow, but today it's raining, so I'm donning a fairly high-tech rain suit to kind of try it out. Pants, the whole works, and you can see. And I was watching Shug on his part 1, 2, and 3 hammock presentation, and it caught my eye because I always watch Shug. He's always got good stuff. And he had one of these, which is basically a piece of Reflectex, and I've put duct tape around the edge of it to keep it from fraying out. And he's using that to put between him and the snow, or any place he's got a cold spot, just to use for a waterproof insulating barrier. So I'm going to go out and walk around the woods here and see what's going on. I haven't been out in the woods for a while, and I'm going to try this out, see how it works. Robert was over the other night, and he helped me make this. Low overhead here. I'm going to try to get the tree of the day in here. My arm doesn't break off from holding this stick pick. Now, I've ordered a new camera. I was inspired by Robert's backpack. He had a Kodak ZX1, very compact camera, about the size of 2 packages of cigarettes, weighs under a pound. And I found one on the internet at a really good price, and I've ordered it, and it'll be here in a while. And the reason why I want this is I'm having a hard time holding this camera up. This is a full-bodied Nikon N90 bridge camera, 12 meg camera, and I think it weighs like a couple of pounds, and it's just way too bulky for backpacking. It really puts out a nice picture, as you can see, but it's really too big for this application. So I'm going to go to this Kodak ZX1, which is much, much lighter, and it's capable of recording HD, so maybe even the videos will be a little higher quality on YouTube. Although I found that if I load them in HD, most people don't have enough bandwidth to really watch them gracefully without waiting a long time for them to load, so that may be a limited crowd that will do that, but the opportunity will be there anyway. So, here we are. I think I'm going to do my tree of the day segment next, and get that out of the way. If I can find the tree I'm looking for, which may take a little work, but I'll find it in a minute. This camera is really heavy. I'm pulling a Les Stroud, and I've got it hooked under my belt here to hold up on it, because it does tire the arm, especially if you put it out far enough so that you can get a good view. At arm's length, it's really hard on the old body. Well, let's see. Even though it's rainy, it's a beautiful day out. Anytime you're out in the woods, it's a beautiful day. The weather is really warm lately. We've been getting kind of a loop weather system where the temperature stayed above freezing, and wow, we've really enjoyed it. Sue and I have been walking every morning and lugging wood in the house and stuff, and it's been pretty nice. It's been a little hard on the snowpacks, but ironically, right here in the woods, we still have pretty darn good snow. We must have, I don't know, at least a couple of feet, I'd say, by the looks of things here. Whew. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to take a little rest, catch my breath, and then we'll do the tree thing. Okay, I'm back. You can see my snowshoes down there. Boy, you would be in tough shape out here without snowshoes today. As wet and soft as it is, you could go right in right up to your waist. Okay, let's do the tree thing. I'll set this right here. Now, let me just swing around here. There we go. Okay, this tree here, and I'm going to try, and the light's not good at all, so I apologize for that. And I'm going to try to, so you can see, this tree has a lot of small limbs on it. They don't branch out much. They're a pretty narrow tree, kind of like an English poplar. But now these have some interesting stories behind them. This is standard white cedar, Maine, and the bark on it is, you can take and dig into it, and it's all kind of frays right out. It's almost like paper mache, stringy. Now in the wintertime, when everything gets covered up with snow, the white-tailed deer in Maine eat the bark on this tree. Their system kind of adapts so that they can handle it, and once it adapts, that's pretty much all they eat, a few buds and this cedar bark. They get up on their hind legs and grab it, and you can peel it right down. It's kind of weird stuff, and I can't imagine eating it, but that's what they live on in the wintertime when things really get hard going. So that's one claim of fame for this tree. Second claim of fame, cedar canoes and all kinds of cedar, tongue and groove, match cedar, all kinds of very pretty wood. Also, this tree, it's probably its biggest claim to fame is it's almost completely weatherproof. People that don't want to have pressure-treated decks and stuff are using cedar. These trees can grow pretty big. If you can get one of these trees that's, you know, up to 14 inches, you can saw it into some fairly nice plank and beams and make a deck out of it. Now, you can take this tree and put it out for a deck, and in 50 years, it won't rot out and, and rot and get punky or anything. It holds the weather extremely well. You can even cut one of these and make a fence stake out of it and dig a hole and drive it into the ground and come back 50 years later and it'll still be standing. Even the ground doesn't rot them out. They have kind of a camphor smell to them and a pitchy smell, and it keeps the bacteria and the bugs out of them. And they do very well. Real long-lived as far as weather goes. So that's the main claim to fame. Plus, they have a real camphory smell to them. People use them for hope chests and stuff to keep the moths out of their clothes and stuff. Very interesting tree. It's a real nice wood. It's soft, easy to work with. Just a real nice tree. White cedar in the great state of Maine. So, that's my tree segment for today. Now let's try out this ground pad, and I think that's everything I wanted to cover today. And I see right there's a good spot to try it, so let's make a little indent right here. If I don't take a header, which is entirely possible trying to hold this camera with one hand. I'm going to have to set this camera down for a minute. Excuse me. I'm going to try to do this without taking the time to take my snowshoes off, which is probably a huge mistake, but one of many I've made today. There we go. Okay. Now, my first impression is I don't feel any cold. I don't feel any cold coming through this at all. It seems to be, I'm sitting here waiting, very warm. Seems to completely block the water. Yeah, and it's actually starting to warm up. I can feel the warmth from my body starting to build up in it. So, I think that's a complete success. If I could find any fault with it, it's slippery. You put this on this wet snow is packing down and a little bit icy. You could use this for a toboggan. This thing is slippery. But other than that, as far as the warmth goes, it's a definite go. I will carry this. If I'm going out in the wintertime, I'm going to carry this. I've been using one of those half-inch thick blue ground pads, and it's just way too bulky. This is like 1/4 the size, and as far as I can tell, it does the same job. Yeah, I'm nice and roasty toasty under this. So, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, cook some really great meals, try to find a ad on YouTube and click on it to help pay for this whole expedition, and more important than anything, have a great day. Bye-bye. Major white birch. Didn't even see that till I just looked up. That's a good one.